Today we are diving into Master Your Time. Have you ever felt like the 24 hours in a day just aren't enough? Do you find yourself procrastinating on important tasks? This audiobook offers practical strategies to take control of your time and focus on what truly matters. Stay with us till the end to discover how you can make every moment count and achieve your goals. Our time is limited, and sometimes even the 24 hours in a day feel insufficient. But how do you spend your time? Are you the kind of person who dedicates their time to important tasks, or are you someone who procrastinates and spends time on trivial activities? Engaging in fun activities can be enjoyable, but it can also become a habit that's hard to break. For example, if you start scrolling through social media, you might end up spending hours without realizing it and telling yourself just 5 more minutes. Checking your phone or browsing the internet isn't inherently bad, but spending hours on it can negatively impact your life. By doing so, you waste time and postpone important tasks. Imagine if you spent those hours learning a new skill instead. You'd perform better in your career and have more opportunities for success. This is exactly what Master Your Time aims to teach you. In this audiobook, you will learn how to use your time effectively. You will discover insights about productivity and the habit of procrastination. You will also learn tips on how to utilize your time better for important tasks. If you want to change your life and become more productive, take this opportunity to learn and become the master of your time. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Stop letting time slip through your fingers. Understanding where your time goes is the foundation of time mastery. Most people have no idea how they actually spend their hours. They think they're productive, but when you track their activities, the truth is shocking. Hours disappear into scrolling, into checking, into doing things that don't matter. Time is your most valuable resource. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it. Unlike opportunities, you can't get it back once it's gone. Every hour you waste is an hour you'll never have again. This makes time awareness not just important but essential. Your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, so it's crucial to identify when your energy is at its peak. For example, your energy might be higher in the morning than in the evening. Therefore, dedicating an hour in the morning to essential tasks can significantly boost your productivity. Most people start their day reactive. They wake up and immediately check their phone. 30 minutes gone before they even get out of bed. Then they scroll through social media during breakfast. Another 30 minutes wasted. By the time they start work, half their best energy is already spent on things that don't move their life forward. You should focus on completing tasks effectively without getting distracted. Recognizing your priorities helps you determine which tasks to focus on, preventing you from wasting time on trivial activities. When you don't have clear priorities, everything feels urgent, and you spend your day reacting instead of creating. Think about yesterday. What did you actually accomplish? Not what you were busy with, but what did you actually accomplish? Most people can't answer this question honestly. They were busy all day but accomplished nothing meaningful. They confused motion with progress, activity with achievement. The first step to mastering your time is becoming aware of how you currently use it. Track your time for 1 week. Write down everything you do and how long it takes. Be brutally honest. This isn't for anyone else. It's for you. At the end of the week, review your log. You'll be shocked by what you find. Hours spent on activities that don't align with your goals. Time wasted on distractions you didn't even remember. Patterns of procrastination you weren't aware of. This awareness is powerful because once you see where your time goes, you can make conscious decisions about how to redirect it. There are different productivity levels that will help you understand where to use your time effectively. At the first level, remove distractions to improve your focus. At the second level, boost your energy levels to engage in tasks with full enthusiasm. At the third level, define specific visions and goals to help you identify the tasks that require your focus. The fourth level involves planning your day by creating a to-do list and a time framework. The fifth level emphasizes maintaining an active social life by interacting with family, friends, and others. Planning a system for productivity is important, but the system doesn't need to be complex. Here are some tips to help you create and use a productivity system for the long term. First, forget about productivity tools. Use just a pen and paper for planning and creating your system. Second, think about your productivity levels. Create a straightforward system and start implementing it. Don't worry, as you advance to higher productivity levels, you can revise and improve your system. Most people resist time tracking because they're afraid of what they'll discover. They don't want to confront the reality that they're wasting hours every day. But this confrontation is necessary for change. You can't move forward without first acknowledging where you currently are. Once you understand where your time goes, you can start making intentional changes. You can decide which activities deserve your time and which don't. You can create systems to protect your most productive hours. You can eliminate distractions that don't add value to your life. Chapter 2. Understand why you procrastinate and how to stop. Understanding procrastination will help you enhance your productivity. Procrastination is a habit that weakens anyone, so it's crucial to understand why you procrastinate and how motivation works. Most people think they procrastinate because they are lazy, but the truth is more complex. Here are some reasons why you might procrastinate. The first reason is that certain things are unclear, such as the importance of the task, what you need to do, and how to complete it. When you are unclear about a task, your brain resists starting it because it doesn't know where to begin. To change this, ask yourself if you truly believe the task is important. Identify the reasons to determine whether you should do the task. After identifying these reasons, ask yourself what consequences you will face if you don't complete the task. Then think about how you'll feel after completing it, and start by considering that the task is easy. If you are still unsure about what to do, ask your supervisors for more information, or search online for better approaches. Clarity is the antidote to procrastination. When you know exactly what needs to be done and why it matters, you are much more likely to take action. The second reason for procrastination is not knowing how motivation works and having mental barriers that hold you back. Motivation isn't about feeling motivated. It comes after you start taking action on a task. This is counterintuitive. Most people wait to feel motivated before starting. But motivation follows action, not the other way around. Mental barriers also interfere with your discipline. For instance, you might think a task is difficult. When this happens, list your tasks and break them into smaller parts to take action on them. Big tasks feel overwhelming. Small tasks feel manageable. Break everything down until the first step is so easy you can't say no to it. The third reason for procrastination is the fear of not performing the task well. It's okay to feel this fear, but don't let it stop you. Instead, acknowledge the fear and complete the task. Keep in mind that anything can always be done better, so there's no need to fear failure or mistakes. Perfectionism is just procrastination in disguise. When you demand perfection, you never finish anything. You keep tweaking and refining endlessly instead of completing and moving forward. Done is better than perfect. Finished is better than flawless. The fourth reason is the mental workload that makes you feel overwhelmed by tasks. When you look at everything you need to do, it feels impossible. Your brain shuts down and you avoid it all. To overcome this, write down all the tasks you need to complete. Categorize them from easy to difficult. Allocate time for each task and try to complete as many tasks as possible. Getting tasks out of your head and onto paper immediately reduces the mental burden. Once you see everything written down, it's less overwhelming. You can prioritize. You can plan. You can take action one task at a time. Now that you understand procrastination, you can develop strategies to improve your focus, time management, and energy levels. Ensure your framework aligns with your reality so that you can achieve it effectively. Don't create impossible standards that set you up for failure. Be realistic about what you can accomplish in a day. Remember that procrastination is a habit. And like any habit, it can be changed with awareness and practice. Every time you push through the resistance and start a task, you are strengthening your ability to take action. Every time you give in to procrastination, you are making it harder to act in the future. Choose wisely. Chapter 3. Change your relationship with past, present, and future. We always live in the present, yet we use the past and future as mental models to guide our use of time. However, when these mental models are misused, it negatively impacts our productivity. Understanding how to properly use your perception of time can transform how effectively you work. For instance, you might recall a moment when you felt bad about yourself or experienced self-pity. Instead of learning from those lessons, you allow the past to limit your present. While it's not wrong to remember the past, you shouldn't use it to predict your future. Many people are trapped by their past. They made mistakes before, so they assume they'll make them again. They failed at something once, so they believe they'll always fail. This mindset becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you can't change, you won't even try. Instead, use the lessons from the past to strengthen yourself and improve your reality. You can do this by reflecting on your achievements, separating your past and present selves, forgiving yourself and others, and letting go of painful events. By removing old memories from your mind, you can start planning for the future. The past is valuable for lessons, not for limitations. Learn from what went wrong. Celebrate what went right. Then leave it behind. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You have new knowledge, new experiences, new capabilities. Don't let yesterday's version of you limit today's potential. Project what you want to become and plan your actions to make it a reality. Create a clear path for yourself by identifying and eliminating distractions. Anticipate potential problems and have alternative solutions ready. Once your plan is complete, start taking action. You can do this by visualizing your goals and feeling excited about them, which will motivate you to complete the necessary tasks. Remember, when planning for the future, stop worrying about negativity. Instead, envision your future goals coming true exactly as you want them to. However, don't get so caught up in future planning that you forget the present. Many people are always preparing for some future moment, but never actually living. They are going to start their business someday. They are going to get healthy eventually. They are going to pursue their dreams when the time is right. But that time never comes. Now that you stopped misusing the past, you can focus on the present, because this is where the magic happens. Be clear about what you want to accomplish today. Don't let the day pass without doing something important. Consider this day as your micro life, which helps build your macro life. If you spend this day on trivial tasks, your micro life will be meaningless. Will this help you achieve your bigger goals? No. So strengthen your intentions by engaging in challenging, value-adding, memorable activities that improve your health. By doing this, you'll feel proud when you look back on this time. How can you ensure that you are investing your time wisely? By channeling your current energy into something productive. For example, learn skills that will be useful in the future or help maintain your mental and physical health. In this way, you can spend your time on meaningful activities instead of watching Netflix or playing video games. Remember, you can't reclaim the energy wasted on trivial tasks. You just need to use your time wisely. For instance, instead of watching Netflix for 4 hours, watch for 1 hour, and spend the remaining 3 hours on important tasks. You can also change your activities, such as reading a book instead of watching something, to contribute meaningfully to your future and life. Apart from using time wisely, keep in mind that thinking long-term helps you better estimate success. If you have a clear goal, you can focus on the present and make better decisions. When you know where you are going, every decision becomes easier. You simply ask, does this move me toward my goal or away from it? Another key to success is consistency. What you do daily matters a lot. For example, if you are learning a foreign language and work on improving your skills every day, you'll be amazed at your progress over time and realize you've learned much more than before. Thinking long-term and being consistent won't be easy, but at least you'll try to do something every day. Remember, taking small steps daily will help you reach your goals. 1% better every day doesn't sound impressive, but compounded over a year, that's massive growth. Chapter 4. Create urgency without burning out. Urgency is another way to push yourself toward productivity. If you don't use this method, you'll keep procrastinating, delaying your progress, goals, and future. Therefore, it's better to stop giving yourself too much time to relax. Time pressure can be motivating, but it needs to be used wisely. You can use a 90-day period to push yourself forward and make good progress. 90 days or 3 months are enough to achieve a significant goal. This time frame is long enough to accomplish something meaningful but short enough to maintain urgency. Instead of postponing your first day, push yourself to start now and complete multiple days of work in just one day. When you batch similar tasks and work with intensity, you can accomplish in one focused day what might normally take several scattered days. Another method is to set frequent deadlines. Break your goals into smaller ones and accomplish them daily. For instance, if you are writing a book, break this activity into tasks like completing the outline, creating the first draft, and editing the manuscript. This way you can track your progress and stay motivated by small successes. Deadlines create structure. Without them, tasks expand to fill whatever time is available. This is Parkinson's law. A task that could be done in 2 hours will take all day if you give it all day. But if you give yourself 2 hours and commit to finishing, you'll find a way to get it done. The key is balancing urgency with sustainability. You can't sprint forever. Constant pressure leads to burnout. Instead, create cycles of intensity and recovery. Push hard for a period, then rest and recharge. This prevents exhaustion while maintaining momentum. Making meaningful use of your time requires getting rid of the limited mindset. For instance, stop thinking "I don't have time." If you keep saying this, it might indicate that you don't want to take responsibility for your life or lack the motivation to start something new. If you continue with this mindset, nothing will change because you are not willing to bring about any change. You might also wait for motivation before doing anything. When you think you can't find time to focus on a goal, it means you are being lazy. It's another way of saying that the task isn't important enough, so you don't have time for it. Instead of saying "I don't have time," use more empowering statements like "I have a lot of work to do right now. I might not have time for this task at the moment, but as soon as I finish the pending work, I'll make time for it." This shift in language reflects a shift in mindset from victim to owner. You need to be self-aware and understand how you spend your time on different tasks. Pay attention to how much time you spend on unproductive activities like scrolling through social media or organizing your files. By doing this, you will regain control over yourself and start accepting personal responsibility. When you accept personal responsibility, everything changes. You stop blaming circumstances. You stop making excuses. You recognize that your results come from your choices. And if your results come from your choices, you have the power to make different choices and get different results. You will use your time more effectively and accomplish tasks productively when you take full ownership of how you spend your hours. Be genuinely productive. Ensure that the tasks you perform daily are aligned with your long-term goals. You can ask yourself, if I continue doing this task today, will my career be successful 5 or 10 years from now? If your answer is no, make some adjustments. You need to identify your priorities, then find your strengths and abilities to complete those tasks. Chapter 5. Align your work with your values and passion. Next, unleash your passion by thinking about the specific activities you enjoy doing to create a clear vision of the tasks you should do daily. You can follow these tips. One task should be exciting for you, so that you don't get bored while doing it. When work aligns with your interests, it doesn't feel like work. You are naturally motivated. You want to do it. This makes consistency much easier because you are not constantly fighting yourself. Your target activity should be clear, so you know where to focus and where not to. Clarity eliminates wasted effort. When you know exactly what you are trying to accomplish, you can direct all your energy toward that target. 3. It should align with your core values and life philosophy. For example, let's say you want to gain more freedom. If you follow this philosophy, you can naturally choose different things and gain full control over your work. When your work conflicts with your values, you feel constant internal friction. 4. Your work should make you feel alive because you are doing it with your values and skills. The best work doesn't drain you, it energizes you. Even when it's difficult, you feel fulfilled because it matters to you. 5. Find tasks that force you to challenge yourself, where you can step out of your comfort zone and try something new. By doing this, you learn more about yourself and bring changes in every area of your life. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you are always comfortable, you are not growing. 2. Multiply your time. Consider these tips. 1. Seeks help instead of doing everything yourself. Instead of wasting time trying to do everything yourself, ask for help. For example, if you need a book in Spanish, German, or French, rather than spending time finding translators, ask those who already have a copy. 2. Think smart. Shorten your learning curve by watching video tutorials or hiring a coach. This way you can learn things quickly and save a lot of time. You don't have to figure everything out through trial and error. Learn from those who have already succeeded. 3. Adopt a mastery mindset. You can adopt a mastery mindset by mastering repetition, mastering the fundamentals, and being always ready to learn. Mastering repetition means practicing something daily until it becomes automatic. Mastering the fundamentals means learning the steps before doing a task. For example, learn how to do weight exercises properly to avoid injuries, or learn effective study tips to retain information better. Remember, if you don't remember the fundamentals and forget something, you won't have a guide to refer to. Being ready to learn can be very beneficial in achieving results. If you keep learning continuously, you give yourself a chance to grow and progress. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Commit to being a lifelong learner. 4. Focus on the most important things. Prioritize tasks that impact your life the most. Determine if a task is necessary by considering its urgency and importance. Find the best way to complete it. Group similar tasks together and use a checklist to make your work systematic. 5. Improve your skills to multiply your time. You can multiply your time by improving your existing skills or learning new ones. Identify your skills and choose tasks that can enhance them. For instance, if you need to work on Google Spreadsheets in the office, take a short course or watch YouTube videos to learn how to use it effectively. 6. Save and invest wisely. Once you know how to use your time effectively, start storing it by saving money. Money can provide various opportunities in the future. You can invest it in business or your career. With time, money multiplies your options. Be a smart consumer by managing your expenses according to your salary. For instance, if you want to buy a $900 phone but earn only $15 per hour, consider how much time and effort you need to earn that amount. Then ask yourself if spending that much on a phone is worth it, or if a cheaper model would suffice. 7. Use money to save time. By maintaining the value of your time, you can use money to save time. This could involve learning new skills or taking on additional work alongside your business or job. The more time you spend on valuable things, the more money you will earn. By following these tips, you can effectively use and multiply your time, leading to greater productivity and success. Remember that time and money are interconnected. Wise use of both creates a positive cycle where each amplifies the other. Chapter 6. Develop laser-sharp focus. The truth is, you can't control time, but you can control your focus. The work you do and the time you spend on it is very precious. Since you have limited energy and time, your increased focus is the only resource you can use to complete tasks. Remember, when you focus on avoiding these things. 1. Task switching. Don't jump from one task to another, as it breaks your concentration and momentum. Every switch costs you time and mental energy. 2. Interruptions. Avoid letting anything interrupt you during your focus hour, because regaining that focus will be difficult. 3. Checking emails and notifications. This will only distract you and scatter your attention. 4. Unnecessary tasks. At the beginning, don't focus on trivial tasks, as they will drain your energy. Instead, use your energy and focus on important tasks to become more productive. With your focus, these tips can help. 1. Identify the right task. Identify the right task and focus on it for at least 45 minutes. Don't just work on what's urgent. Work on what's important. There's a big difference. To practice deep concentration. Practice deep concentration and try to eliminate all distractions. This is a skill that improves with practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. 3. Apply the 80-20 principle. Develop laser-sharp focus by using the 80-20 principle, which states that you should take 20% of the actions to get 80% of the results. For instance, when you write a new book and release it, promoting it through ads reaches thousands of readers. This promotion becomes a marketing tool that takes only 20% of your time and effort, but you get 80% of the results from the readers who buy your book. Ask yourself if the 80-20 principle applies to your work. If not, next time focus on tasks that provide more benefits. Besides, the 80-20 principle, understanding and achieving a flow state can help you develop focus. A flow state is when your brain is fully immersed in a task. When you lose track of time while working, you are in a flow state because you are enjoying your work. In this state, your mental focus naturally pushes away all distractions and negativity. This is the optimal state for high-performance work. It's where your best work happens. It's where breakthrough ideas emerge. It's where you feel most alive and engaged. Now that you know the benefits of the flow state, let's discuss the steps that will help your mind enter this state. 1. Create and strictly follow daily routines. Don't wait for inspiration, just start working. Follow your routine at the same time and place every day. Use a trigger to start your routine, like meditating before working, to prepare your mind for focus. 2. Eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications. Wear headphones and ask people around you not to disturb you. This helps maintain your flow state, allowing you to work without interruptions. Besides work, engage in activities that enhance your ability to focus. This could include following hobbies you enjoy, reading books to improve concentration, allowing yourself to be bored, or taking regular breaks. By applying these strategies, you can develop extraordinary focus, making you more productive and efficient in your tasks. Chapter 7. Take action and master your time. Now you understand the key principles of mastering your time. First, you learned that productivity involves channeling your energy into the right tasks at the right time. This can be achieved by identifying important tasks, boosting your energy levels, and eliminating distractions to enhance your focus. Second, you understood that time is incredibly valuable. You shouldn't waste your time and energy on the past or the future. Instead, focus on the present, applying lessons learned from the past and plans made for the future. The present moment is where action happens. Third, you discovered how to use time effectively. This includes taking full responsibility for your life, spending time on important tasks, and regaining control by avoiding limiting thoughts. When you own your choices, you own your results. Fourth, you learned how to maximize your time. Seek help for tasks you try to do alone to save time. Master the fundamentals to have clear guidelines. Additionally, invest your time in activities that can improve your skills. Never stop learning and growing. Fifth, you understood that focus is crucial for using time effectively. You can apply the 80-20 principle and enter a flow state to make the most of your time. Deep focused work produces exponentially better results than scattered shallow work. In essence, understanding your time is vital. It gives you the opportunity to take control of your life. Remember, you can't get time back. Use every moment wisely and strive to be productive every day. This doesn't mean working every moment. It means being intentional with every moment. The strategies you've learned aren't complicated, but they require consistent application. Start with one change. Maybe it's tracking your time for a week. Maybe it's eliminating your biggest distraction. Maybe it's creating a morning routine that protects your best hours. Whatever you choose, start today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Take one small action that moves you toward mastering your time. Then tomorrow take another. Build momentum through consistent small actions. Remember that perfection isn't the goal. Progress is the goal. You'll have bad days. Days when everything goes wrong. Days when you fall back into old patterns. That's normal. What matters is getting back on track, learning from the setback, and continuing forward. Over time these small changes compound. 1 hour protected becomes 7 hours per week. 7 hours per week becomes 365 hours per year. That's enough time to master a new skill, build a business, transform your health, change your entire life. Your time is your life. How you spend your hours is how you spend your days. How you spend your days is how you spend your life. If you waste your time, you waste your life. If you invest your time wisely, you build a life worth living. The choice is yours. Every single day, every single hour. What will you do with the time you have? Will you let it slip away on distractions and trivia? Or will you use it intentionally to build something meaningful? You now have the knowledge. You understand where time goes and how to redirect it. You know how to overcome procrastination. You know how to create urgency and maintain focus. You know how to align your work with your values. You know how to develop laser-sharp concentration. Knowledge without action is worthless. So take action. Apply what you've learned. Experiment. Adjust. Find what works for you. Then commit to doing it consistently. Your future self is watching. And they're either going to thank you or resent you. The choice is in what you do with your time today. Choose wisely. Start now. Master your time and you'll master your life.